you see the board?
Sir. Sir. Yes.
You can listen me also, na? Clearly? Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you watch yesterday's video?
Sir.
Did you watch yesterday's video, YouTube video? Because in the class, the voice was not clear,
Yes, sir.
but in the video, I think voice was clear, na?
Sir, it was but it was low, sir.
No, in the video, sorry, in the YouTube video, the voice was clear.
Yes, sir. It is clear. And fabric on the WhatsApp group, sir.
Right. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Yes.
Yes. What? What do you want?
Sir, can you send the definition of fiber and fabric on the group, sir? Definition of fiber and fabric.
Definition of fiber and fabric. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir. We can see, sir.
So the finest thread used in making fabric is known as fiber. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is fabric then?
Sir, you have gone, sir. Sir, your video is gone, sir. Sir. Sir, your video is not. Yes, sir. No, okay. Fabric. Clearly, sir. Sir, it is blur, sir. Sir, it is very blur. Sir, video is not clearly, sir. Yes, sir. It is very blur. Sir, video is very blurred, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't see clear. Oh, the video is not clear. Board is not clear, sir. Sir, your video is not clear. Please declare because board
Will
is
you
not
wait
clear.
for some time or not?
Sir, video is rotating.
Rotating. Eh?
Rotating. Rotating. Sir, video is rotating. Sir, your video is gone, sir. Sir, camera is gone, sir.
Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
The tangible.
Very clear, sir.
Very clear. Thank you. Right. So fiber is the finest thread used in making fabric. Okay. Whereas fabric is the tangible means that can be sensed by your touch. That is what called tangible. The tangible material. The tangible material. Okay, sorry, I forgot to write material. The tangible material, right? That is made by weaving or felting or knitting the natural or synthetic fibers. Okay, what is the tangible material which you are just getting by weaving or felting or knitting? That is cloth or fabric. Remaining things, how many types of fibers are there? Okay, natural fibers, synthetic fibers. Again, in natural fibers there are plant fibers, animal fibers. All those things I have explained in the last class only. If you want me repeat, I will repeat. Do you want me to repeat?
Yes, sir.
You want it?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Repeat, sir.
Okay, I just briefly repeat. Briefly repeat. I won't be making what's a complete explanation. Okay, I will be just briefly repeating the things. Fibers are of two types: natural fibers and synthetic or artificial fibers. Right? Natural fibers means the fibers that are obtained from plants and animals. Synthetic fibers means the fibers which are not obtained from plant and animals. Instead, they are made using some chemical substances. Right? Please don't sing songs. When you come back to the school, we will be conducting singing competition, then you can sing. Alright? Plant fibers. Cotton and jute. These are plant fibers. Right? The common plant fibers that are used are cotton and jute. And animal fibers. Silk and wool.
Wool.
Right.
Wool, sir.
Cotton fibers, they are obtained from which part of cotton plant? Cotton fibers are obtained from which?
Flower.
Right.
Flower.
Very good. Cotton fibers are obtained from fruit, not from flower.
Fruit. Fruit, sir.
Ah,
Fruit.
no problem. Fruit is going to be formed from flower. Okay, right? Cotton fibers are obtained from fruit. From fruit. Right. And the cotton fruit from which the fibers are obtained is called what? The cotton fruit from which? Huh?
Cotton balls.
Very good.
Cotton balls.
Cotton boll, not ball.
Cotton balls.
Bowl. It is called bowl, not ball. Cotton bowl, right? And jute fibers are obtained from which part? Jute.
Stem part.
Right. From?
Stem part.
Good.
Stem, sir.
Right. So, in which soil the cotton plant is grown?
Black soil.
Black soil. And what type of climate? What type of
Warm
climate?
climate.
Huh?
Heat.
Warm climate. Good.
Warm climate.
Right.
Warm climate, sir.
Okay.
Rainy season, sir.
Rainy season, which plant is grown? Jute.
Plant.
Jute plant is
Jute
grown
plant.
in rainy season. Okay.
Plant.
What is the process using which cotton fibers are separated from the seeds of the cotton fruit?
Called ginning.
Ginning.
Process.
Ginning.
Process.
Right. Ginning. Ginning is the process. Right? The process of separation of cotton fibers from the seeds by combing is known as ginning. Process of separation of.
Sir, we should write, sir.
If you want, you can write, otherwise, listen carefully. Once I provide the notes in the form of PDF, you write that time, okay? The process of separation of cotton fibers from seeds. So, process of separation of cotton fibers from seeds. By what we will do it? What is that method? By combing.
Sir, we should write, sir.
I already told, if you can write while I am explaining, you can write, there is no problem. But if you are unable to write as well as listen simultaneously, just listen carefully now. Okay, and roughly you can just keep scribbling. Later on, when I provide the notes, okay, today I will finish this chapter and I will provide the notes, you can write the notes, right? Listen
The
carefully.
video is not clear.
What?
Sir, it is not clear, sir.
My voice is not clear?
Sir, the video is not clear. It's not much clear, sir. But video is not clear. Sir, video is blur coming, sir.
Blur coming, sir.
Video is blur, sir.
It's becoming blur, sir.
Sir, video is blur. Sir, it came clear now.
It is
Now
normally
clear,
clear
sir.
only. I think your devices are having some problem here.
Clear, sir.
Your
Sir, no,
devices,
sir, it is.
the device which you are
Clear.
using, it may be having problem. It is very clear. If you want, you can check it. The clarity of that video, you can check it when I just upload it in YouTube. Okay. By 4:30 like that, I'll upload this video. You can just check the clarity. You need to just change your settings for the clarity of the video and all. Okay. It is actually very
Okay,
clear.
sir.
I don't
Okay,
know
sir.
why are you telling my video is not clear. Right. Now, this is ginning. And jute fibers. How are we going to get jute fibers? Jute fibers. First of all, jute fibers. How can we just get the jute fibers?
Jute fibers are obtained from stem of jute plant. Stem what?
From stem of
So
jute
jute
plant.
fibers are obtained from stem of jute plant, sir.
Okay. But how
It is
can we
found
obtain them? How are we going to obtain the jute fibers? What will we
Harvesting
do?
the stem of a jute plant and it takes
At what
harvesting in the flower
water
stage.
some days.
at what
Take out
stage
of water,
do we harvest
separate
the
the
jute
roots.
from the field? Okay.
Flowering stage.
At flowering stage. So we harvest the jute at flowering stage. Right? Then what do? We immerse the stems of jute plant in water. Immersing means putting them inside the water, right? Okay. So you take a whole like thing, put water, and you just put the stems of the jute plant. For how long are we going to keep them? Harsha Vidyavan, please stop
Till
presenting.
rot.
Please stop presenting, Harsh. Okay. Harsh, please stop presenting, I said. Okay, you are not listening to me.
Ah,
Right. So for few days when we just immerse the stems of a jute plant, they will become rotten. You know rotten? You might have heard of rotten eggs. Okay. They will become spoiled. Means a decomposition process takes place. Right? The decomposition takes place in the stem, but the top of the stem, whatever the fibers are there, they will remain intact. Once the stems are completely rotten, then we can separate the fibers of jute by using hand. Okay, right? I think I explained up to here in last class, if I am not wrong.
Sir, rotten means one.
Rotten means almost getting spoiled, getting decomposed. Okay, so if you keep anything in water or moistured condition, it will get decomposed, it will become spoiled. That is what called rotten, right? For a longer period, if any substance is kept moistured condition, means water having condition, or simply kept outside to be exposed to bacteria like organisms, then the bacteria will act on that substance and make that substance to get spoiled, and it starts giving some, what's a foul smell or bad smell. That condition is known as rotten condition, and that process is known as rotting. Are you getting it? Okay. Generally, dead,
Yes, sir.
the substances which are not having life, when they are exposed to bacteria under moistured condition, they will become rotten. Okay. Now, so this is how fibers are obtained. Now, in the process of making fabric, from fibers, are we going to directly make the fabric, or are we going to make any intermediate material? We are going to make a intermediate material, that is called yarn, right? First, fibers are made into yarns.
Sir,
And
we want to
using
write
these
this in
yarns,
notebook.
fabric is made. I'll show you what is this one. Fibers are the finest threads, like this. Yarns means when the fibers are twisted. Okay, when 2-3 fibers are twisted, a thick thread like thing is going to be formed. Right? This is what called yarn. Now using these thick threads or thick or yarns, we can make fabric. Right? Is that clear? So fibers are first converted into yarns to make fabric. Right? So what is the process of making yarn? The process of making yarn from fibers is known as spinning. What it is called? Spinning. You have learnt ginning. What is ginning? The process of separation of fibers from the seeds of cotton fruit. Right. That is ginning. And spinning means the process of making yarns from fibers. How ginning is done? How ginning is carried out? By combing. How spinning is carried out? By twisting. Okay. So ginning is done by combing, whereas spinning is carried out spinning. That is making of yarn from fibers by twisting of fibers. Twisting of fibers is known as spinning. Right?
सर वो चक्र से बनाते हैं ना उसको सर.
हाँ, उसी को. That's what I am going to tell next. So, are we going to carry out the spinning process by using hand, or are we going to use some devices? Okay. Are we going to make the yarn directly by using hand, or are we going to use some devices? We cannot just make yarn by using only hand. We have to use some devices. What are those devices. Hand spindle or takli, charka, what just now we have told. Mahatma Gandhi used to use that charka. You might have seen that one in the pictures. Okay, in front of Mahatma Gandhi, one wheel shaped structure will be there. There will be a handle onto which he will be keeping his hand and giving a pose that he is making a an, right? So that is what called charka, operated by hand, which was used by Mahatma Gandhi very frequently. So by using hand spindle or takli or by using charka, we can make very less quantity of yarn. So for small scale purposes only, hand spindle or takli and charka can be used, right? But for large scale purposes, spinning machines are used. Spinning machines are used, right? So like this, the yarn is made. Once the yarns are ready, fabric is made using these yarns. Once the yarns are ready, fabric is made from yarns, right? Now let us write devices of spinning. Devices of spinning. Hand spindle, or takli, charka.
Please speak loudly when you went near the board, sir. Please.
Okay. Devices of spinning are hand spindle or takli and charka. So using these devices, only small quantity of yarn can be made. So these devices are meant for small scale purposes. Okay. So if a question is asked, what are the devices of spinning for small scale purposes? You need to answer this thing. Hand spindle or takli and charka, right? For large scale purposes, what are going to be used for large scale purposes? Spinning machines are used, right? Okay. Now, once yarns are ready, fabric is made using these yarns, right? Fabric is made from yarns in two main processes. They are weaving and knitting. Right? Have you noted them down roughly for your reference? Okay. Devices of spinning for small scale purposes, those two things, hand spindle or takli and charka, and for large scale spinning machines. Right? And how the fabric is made, by using which processes fabric is made from yarns, by using which processes? Weaving and knitting are the processes using which the fabric is made from yarns. Fabric is made from yarns by weaving and knitting processes. Fabric is made from yarns by weaving and knitting processes. What is this weaving? Arranging two sets of ants together to make fabric is known as weaving. Arranging two sets of ants together to make fabric is known as weaving. And weaving is carried out on looms and special machines known as looms. And these looms are of two types. Some are hand operated looms and some are power operated looms, right? What is weaving? Making fabric using two sets of ants. Weaving is the process making fabric using two sets of ants, and it is carried out using looms, and looms are of two types: hand operated and power operated. So again, hand operated. Always remember, when you are only using manual method, you can do the work to a small scale level. So hand operated looms, they are used only for small scale purposes. Small scale purposes. Power operated looms, they are used for large scale purposes. Large scale purposes. Right? So hand operated looms, which are also known as hand looms. Power operated looms are also known as power looms. And hand looms, they are used for small scale purposes, whereas power looms, they are used for large scale purposes. So we have learnt weaving. Now coming to knitting. The process of making fabric using single arm by using either hand or machine is known as knitting. So here in weaving, two sets of arms are used. In knitting, only one set of arm is used. Knitting. Making arm using one set of arm. Sorry, not making arm, making fabric. Making fabric using one set of arm, either by hand or by using machine. This is knitting. Generally, the knitting process you might have seen by your eyes when your mothers are making sweater. The process that they use is knitting. They take one needle like thing and they keep making some sweater, especially when mothers when women are pregnant, that times for their new coming child, okay, and they are going to just make sweater, right? And socks also can be just prepared using knitting process. Whatever the socks which you are wearing, they are just prepared by knitting process, but not by using hand, but by using machine. So this is how, right? Weaving and knitting are the two processes using which fabric can be made from arms. Okay. So there is a history of clothing material is there, right? Ancient, that is very old times, the people, they used to just cover their body by using the tree barks and big leaves or animal skins and fur. Agricultural communities, they used to weave the twigs and grass into mats and baskets. Okay, and vines means small thread like plant materials. Okay, and animal fleece or hair, they used to twist together into long strands, then they used to just make the fabric out of it. Early Indians, the starting Indians, they wore fabric made from the cotton, and that cotton, they didn't grow it throughout the India. Instead, near the regions of river Ganga, okay, river Ganges, they have cultivated that cotton, and using the fibers of cotton, ancient Indians, they just made the fabrics and they wore that fabrics. In ancient Egypt, that is old Egypt, cotton and flax. So far we have learnt only cotton and jute. Flax, it is also a plant material, okay, like jute. So using cotton and flax fibers, right, they have made the fabric. Ancient and starting people did not stitch, they simply covered the fabrics. Means fabric can be made, but shirts and pants, they are not made. If shirts and pants have to be made out of fabric, they need to be stitched. They need to be cut into pieces. Then the pieces have to be just stitched into covered portions. That is. So, weaving, knitting are different from stitching. Weaving and knitting are meant for making fabric. Stitching, it is meant for making clothes. Making clothes like shirt, pant, like these things, using the fabric. So here, see, the terms are little bit specific. Ginning is the process to obtain fibers. Spinning is the process to obtain or to make yarns. Weaving and knitting are the process to make fabric. Stitching, it is the process. Stitching is the process to make clothes using fabric. So early people, they didn't stitch. So whatever the fabric that they could make, they used to simply cover the body. Using that fabric, they used to cover the body. But stitching started when the stitching needle was invented. Like how wheel has changed the civilizations of the people, right? In the same way, the stitching needle means the needle that is having, right, a minute, I'll show you. What is stitching needle? Do you know or not? A needle which has a hole at its head and then which is having a pointed end. This through which, okay, using which the clothes can be stitched from the fabric. So stitching needle, it has made the revolution in the history of clothing, right? Unstitched fabrics are still used now, like a sari, okay, it is not getting stitched, right? Dhoti, lungi, and Punjabi people, they cover their head with a special material called turban. The turban, okay, it is not any stitched material, instead it is just made using some fabric. So this is how the fabric revolution has taken place, or history of fabric that has taken place in the civilization. And let us see the keywords and exercises. Time is there? Yes, still time is there. Okay. Keywords. Cotton wool. What is cotton wool? A lump or soft mass of cotton fibers is known as cotton wool. A lump or soft mass of, right, cotton wool. A lump or soft mass of cotton fibers. Cotton fibers is known as cotton wool. Fiber, knitting, spinning, weaving yarn, all these things already I have explained. You can write on your own, right? Now going to the exercises. Classify the following fibers as natural or synthetic. Nylon, it is synthetic fiber. Wool, natural fiber. Cotton, natural fiber. Silk, natural fiber. Polyester, synthetic fiber. Jute, natural fiber. Second, state whether the following statements are true or false. Yarn is made from fibers. True. Spinning is a process of making fibers. Spinning is a process of what? Making yarn. Right. Okay. So, spinning is a process of making fibers is false. Jute is the outer covering of coconut. The outer covering of coconut is called coir. Okay. The outer covering of coconut is called outer covering of coconut. What it is called? Coir. Then what is jute then? Jute, it is the fibers that are obtained from the stem of jute plant. So jute is the outer covering of coconut. That is wrong, false. D. The process of removing seed from cotton is called. The process of removing seed from cotton is called ginning. Is correct? No. The process of separating the fibers from the seeds of cotton is known as ginning. So it is false. Next, weaving of yarn makes a piece of fabric. Weaving of yarn. So already I have said weaving and knitting are the two processes. Weaving of yarn makes a piece of fabric. Correct. True. Silk fiber is obtained from the stem of a plant. It is wrong because silk fiber is obtained from what? The cocoon of silkworm. The cocoon of silkworm. So it is false. Polyester is a natural fiber. It is false because polyester is synthetic fiber. Next, 3. Fill in the blanks. Plant fibers are obtained from cotton and jute. Cotton and jute. Animal fibers are silk and wool. Animal fibers are silk and wool. Next, 4th question. From which parts of the plant cotton and jute are obtained? Cotton is obtained from the fruit. Jute is obtained from stem. Next, name 2 items that are made from coconut fiber. What can be made from coconut coir? Mattresses, sleeping mattresses. Coir mattresses we say. Next, what else we can make? We can make threads. Okay, right? We can make the threads. You might have seen the threads that are used for tying, making ropes, all those things, right? Okay. Explain the process of making yarn from fiber. From fiber, how the yarn is made? Fibers are twisted and yarn is made by the process of spinning. Okay. For this, what can be used for making yarn from fibers? Hand spindle or takli and charka for small scale purposes, and for large scale purposes what can be used? Machines can be used. Machines can be used. Okay, spinning machines can be used. So with this, the chapter is completely completed, right? Okay, I will provide the notes immediately.
Exercise notes.
Exercises you need to write in homework. Okay, right?
Sir.
Listen children, I am not very much particular about where are you going to write your notes and all. Because of the schools in which you have studied, some system might have been followed by them. Like you need to make a fair notebook, rough notebook, homework notebook, all these things. I am only just interested whether are you learning or not. See, I am providing information from a book. Listen carefully. Listen very carefully. I am providing the information from one book. You are writing the information in another notebook, another book that is called notebook, right? In between, whether it is entering into your brain book or not, that is important. Are you getting my point? Many people, they write very neatly the notes and all, but when it comes to the exams, okay, they are going to fail in the exam. Means fail means not getting what's failure marks, but they will not be making that exam successful, because they are very much interested in writing the notes but not making it to enter into your brains. So always focus in listening. When one class is completed, you just cross check yourself what you have learnt. Okay, how many points that you have learnt newly, right? You think that this material is available in some YouTube channel or and some other books and all. Okay, whether you follow the YouTube channels or some other books, that doesn't matter to me. Finally, you need to learn. That is going to just actually helping you. Are you getting my point? So you write neatly in some or other book, there is no problem. But it has to be learnt by you. That is very, very important. Are you getting my point? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I am winding up the class.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I will be providing the notes immediately. Now itself I will just send that PDF of this chapter notes. And for your
Yes, sir.
October monthly test, I already provided you the syllabus. Have you seen the syllabus? Have you seen the syllabus?
Yes, sir.
First 3 chapters. Okay,
Yes,
first
sir.
chapter. Okay, food, where does it come
Yes,
from?
sir.
Second chapter, components of food, and third chapter, fiber to fabric. These 3 chapters are there, right? And already I have provided you the notes of first 2 chapters, and third chapter notes also I am going to provide you.
Yes.
And you need to go through the textbook content also. Okay, right? I may be asking a question which I have not taught to you also. Yes, the exam pattern will be MCQ type, right? Multiple
Okay, sir.
choice questions,
Okay, sir.
right?
There are no longer questions to write, sir.
You can use long notebook if you want. You can use small notebook if you want. You can make
Longer questions.
no longer questions, sir. Only MCQs. All questions are objective type only. Objective means multiple choice questions. Question number 1, you write answer B, C, D, something. Question number 2, like that only. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So total 20 questions will be given, right? For all 20 questions will be provided with 4 options, out of which 1 option will be correct, right? You need to write that option letter. You don't need to write the option answer also. Like for example, right? Weaving is the process of making, I'll ask you, fiber, right, fabric, and none of these. Answer is fabric. Fabric answer C. You need to write only C. You don't need to write C, fabric, like that. You have to just mention that option letter, whether it is C, B, D, something, right? Like that only you will complete. Got my point?
मंथली टेस्ट में ओनली एक्सरसाइज ही आएंगी क्या?
Come again. The questions of the test may be asked from exercises, from keywords, from notes, everything. Okay? Anything can be asked. That's what I'm telling you. You need to learn the subject, not the exercises or not the questions or not the keywords. You need to learn the subject. Okay? Prepare yourselves, okay, for competitive exams from now on itself. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye, sir.